The man put on his diving suit. Water slowly rose up to his nose, and the timer began to tick. He was competing with his coach in a breath-holding contest. Soon, a minute passed. Both of them seemed relaxed, even taunting each other with their eyes. When 2 minutes were up, the coach was clearly struggling. By the 4th minute, it was obvious that the coach was about to give up. But he didn't want to lose to the man. The coach started to bleed and almost fainted. The referee quickly opened the lid and announced the end of the competition. The man had won. The soldiers saw the man's strength for the first time. With his performance, the man could have easily graduated. But when it came to the final exam, the commander pulled the coach aside and ordered him to do whatever it took to prevent the man from graduating. Faced with his superior's orders, the coach had no choice but to follow. He went to the dormitory and tried to persuade the man to give up the exam. The academy would never let him graduate, he said. But the man refused. In anger, the coach smashed the tape recorder that the man's father had given him and warned him not to take the exam. The man was furious, but there was nothing he could do. The next day, the man still showed up. The coach had guessed he wouldn't give up. But during the diving test, the coach slashed the man's tool bag. His tools scattered in the water. Soon, the first student to finish assembling climbed out, shivering from the freezing cold seawater. According to him, it was colder than holding an ice cube. But the man was still searching for the scattered parts in the water. By evening, everyone else had finished the exam, but he was still down there, persisting. The cold water had already numbed him, but he kept working, driven by sheer willpower. He had been underwater for 9 hours. At that moment, the commander called and told the coach not to let the man come up until he was frozen to death. The coach tried to persuade him to give up, but the man firmly expressed his determination.
My name is Wilson Mason, second class. Come up and share.
In that moment, he earned the respect of everyone. The coach looked at the water and then at the commander. He decided not to listen anymore and immediately ordered someone to pull the man up. The soldiers rushed over. The commander saw this and shouted at them, threatening the coach's future. But this time, he didn't give in. They pulled on the safety rope, but what came up was an assembled prop. Everyone was shocked. The next second, the man was pulled up too. His lips were already blue from the cold. The coach truly recognized the man's worth and announced that he had passed the exam. The man graduated smoothly. He saw that the tape recorder the coach had smashed was now repaired. He pressed the switch and realized it was the coach's apology.